Good morning and welcome to today's presentation. Today we will be reviewing the impact of group size on welfare indicators of ewes during pregnancy. This study was conducted in 2016 by 4 Spanish research scientists. I have included the link of where the article can be found. It is open access, and if you would like to read this in more depth, please feel free to pause this presentation at any time and take advantage of that. This study was conducted to confirm whether or not the group or mob size has any impact on the welfare of ewes during their gestation period. So before we get started, let's talk about whether this presentation may benefit you. First of all, who needs this information? Today's presentation will be beneficial to any sheep producers, whether your enterprise produces wool or meat or both, as well as any producers that are operating a mixed farming enterprise such as cropping and sheep. So why is this information important to you? There is a few reasons why this research will be beneficial. The ideas explored in this research will help you to maximise productivity on your property and identify any problem areas that may arise with the grazing management of your pregnant ewes. So why am I holding this presentation today? Managing livestock is one of the most important factors of your agricultural enterprise. I am here to provide you with more information and real-life results about how to effectively manage your ewes during pregnancy. My goal today is to provide you with the research facts so that you can be informed and confident when making your management decisions. Alright, so let's get into it. There are many advantages and disadvantages of the size of a mob when grazing livestock. A larger mob will increase social tolerance, which may also lead to a reduction in aggression within the mob. However, this may lead to reduced welfare and performance if there are not resources available to manage a higher stocking rate. The impact and effect of these advantages and disadvantages is what these research scientists set out to confirm. This study was set up using 2 treatments with 3 enclosures in each. So the first treatment was enclosures with 6 ewes and the second treatment was enclosures with 12 ewes. They calculated the space allowance to be 1.5 metres squared per ewe. As this experiment was to monitor the impact of mob size on welfare, there were a few welfare indicators chosen to observe. The indicators chosen were a combination of different behavioural, movement patterns, use of space, physiological and physical indicators. These include eating, exploring the enclosure, foraging, moving around, negative and positive social interactions, resting, self-grooming, and standing among the ewes. So what did they find? You can see here within the results that most welfare indicators increased with the increase in mob size, with the exception of eating and exploring the enclosure, which they found minor decreases, as well as self-grooming, which had no evident changes. Given these results, the key messages that were found within this study were: number 1, the fact that larger group sizes in larger enclosures have proved advantageous regarding the ewes' welfare in comparison to smaller groups in smaller enclosures. Larger groups allows greater freedom of movement for pregnant ewes, with no negative behavioural incidences being detected. Number 2, the ewes housed in larger groups proved to have more efficient use of space as compared to smaller groups. The available space is used more efficiently and has resulted in higher movement, longer walking distance, and larger steps being taken, even though the space per individual remained constant. These differences have been due to the need to move around to gain access to resources such as feed, water, and mineral blocks. And the third being the significant interaction between group size and gestation weeks. While feeding within a larger group size overall declined slightly, there is a significant increase in the larger group feeding within the 10th week of gestation. The The feed was available to all ewes in the same ratios and was in the form of hay, silage, and mineral blocks. Overall, the researchers conducted that the behavioural changes observed during this study can be attributed to normal adaptations caused by the progression of gestation, and that increasing the number of individuals within a mob did not translate to changes within their welfare. And that brings us to the conclusion of our presentation. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for taking the time to attend this presentation, and I do hope that you have a more informed idea of managing pregnant ewes and the impacts of mob size. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me at moniquepasquale@hotmail.com. Don't forget, this research can be downloaded if you would like to review this in more depth. Thank you.